Hello, hello, my frizzy friends. How are you? Happy Thursday. Did you miss me? Sorry about Tuesday, but I was out at Seaside. We were having a good time. I actually didn't get too burned, just a little pink, but nothing too crazy. So I lucked out on that one. But let's see who's in the house. We've got Lisa. Hello, Lisa, and Blair and Amber. Hello, hello. Mary Ann, I got knee deep in cleaning a kid's bedroom. Oh my gosh, that's a rabbit hole right there, right? Took us almost 3 hours to get it done. I'm getting lunch finally and relaxing. Yay! Amber gets to come and hang out. Hi, Heidi. Welcome in. So glad you made it. And Mary Ann is here, sliding in, hopping up on the bleachers. We've got Stuffed Animal Life, which I believe is Nicole, I want to say. Hi, Nicole. And Callie. And Callie girl. Yay, you missed me. Oh, that feels nice. What's up, my friends? Yeah, so we had a good time. It was only from Monday. We left Monday. We left here around noonish, and then we got Seaside. Though it's interesting. I found it kind of fascinating because you start off we're in Washington, and we actually have to go north, like higher up into Washington before we cross over into Oregon, because it's actually Seaside's in Oregon. So it just feels counterproductive. It feels weird that seem like you're going away from Oregon, but nope, it's kind of has like a little outlet that you just cross over to. So it was pretty cool. But yeah, we spent Monday night, Tuesday night, came back yesterday, and I'm just tired. I feel like, because probably being out in the sun for so long and all of that, I feel like I'm just a little tired. But other than that, I'm in good spirits. So you're gonna lurk while I touch yarn. Nice. Well, if you're gonna touch something, let it be nice, squishy, fun yarn. So I got myself a coffee. I put it in a thermos this time so that hopefully it'll actually stay hot throughout the live. But yeah, so we had a good time. It was fun. I had actually gone online. I looked up Seaside, and I wanted to see, because we wanted to go see if we could find some shells. We found some interesting things on the first afternoon that we went out on the beach. Like a cool piece of driftwood, and I found like a little limpet shell, and what did we find? We found like one of the little kind of snail shell cone kind of ones, little tiny, nothing big. I know, right, Marianne? You never feel rested when you get back from vacation. No, I was like, I ended up taking a nap yesterday afternoon when we got back. I was just so tired. But yeah, so we found some cool treasures, and I looked up online, because you can actually look up when low tide is. So you want to try to go out and look for shells on the beach at low tide. So that's when the water has receded, and then you'll find some cool stuff, right? That the ocean has washed ashore. So we ended up doing that, and it was so foggy. It was kind of almost in a spooky Stephen King novel kind of way. Like, we couldn't see other people. It was that foggy at the time. It was about 10 o'clock in the morning that low tide hit. And so we went out and we got a lot of sand dollars that were whole. And we found some more driftwood, which I thought was pretty cool, because I've seen people make some neat crafts. I don't know if you guys have ever looked up driftwood crafts, but people make like little clay cities, little houses with windows and stuff, all that sit on driftwood. It's really neat. So I said to my son, maybe mommy will do that. I don't know. Not that I don't have enough to do already, right? Yeah, that's right. Touch grass. He's like, no, I'm going to touch yarn. Your trip last week was far from a vacation, but I would do most of it again. Maybe not you said you had a caterpillar bite you or sting you or whatever. That's just crazy. I was thinking maybe it was like a centipede or something, but yuck. But I bet, yeah, Colorado is really pretty. It's so pretty there. I would love to go visit there at some point. Yeah. Hi, Sonia. Welcome in. Nice to see you. But yeah, it was interesting. And then by yesterday afternoon, I mean, it was just, or no, it would have been a day before. So Tuesday afternoon, it was just tons of people on the beach. So, right, another craft, Marianne. Exactly. Of course I need another craft. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but I didn't put the thing to hang it from, so it's kind of hanging on the angle of my lamp right there. But I actually finished a sewing project from the Rose Minuscule book that I have showed you guys before. It's the little mouse in the hot air balloon, and the hot air balloon is the cloud. So I'm making two. I have another cloud that has strings with clips, but they're not attached. I have another basket, and then I have pom-poms as well. And these are the colors I put together. I thought they looked nice together. So I'm going to make another one. And I already made the mouse for it. This is the little mouse. So he's looking up, and then he's got his little tail on the back. Isn't that cute? So I already got the little mouse that'll go in the basket. So all the pieces are there. I just have to actually assemble them together. Stung by a caterpillar. No, the hiking wasn't my favorite of everything. Yeah, you were saying that you had to take a lot of breaks, and you were taking the most, but it kind of gave the kids an excuse, right, to take a break. I thought that was pretty funny. That would have been me, been like huffing and puffing. But I was very proud of myself. I got back into the swing. I worked out this morning by doing my 2-mile walk, and after not having done it for probably 5 days or something like that. So, yeah. Hi, Lori. Still babysitting the grandkids, mostly listening. Nice. Yeah, got to take care of the kiddos. Yeah, so I've been doing the sewing projects a little bit. I did a total botch job, you guys, on one of them. Oh my gosh. It's only me. I haven't closed it because it's a mess. So I might have to seam rip. I think I'm gonna have to seam rip it out and retry. But this is gonna be this really cute. It's also from that book. It's gonna be a cute little bunny. But do you see what I did? The ears aren't on the right way. I think because I had it right and I was hand sewing it on there, but like that little creasy bit is supposed to face forward. This one's like facing sideways. I don't know, one's sideways, the other one's the other direction. It's just a hot mess. So I'll have to, I haven't closed it or anything. I'll have to seam rip it out and try again. So they don't all come out nice, you know. I try my best. Lana Banana. Which movie are you guys watching? I know you said you were watching a movie. That sounds lovely. So yeah, I took some projects with me. I took my Hexi Wrap cardigan, which is this close to being done, you guys. You would be proud of me, except for I ran out of yarn. I lost yarn chicken, so I have to get another skein of yarn to actually finish it. But I can show it to you before I start like messing around with this one. I have ends to sew in. I have all those things. But I did the ribbing all the way around, all the way down. I did the bottom ribbing as well, so around the base. There's a hole that the straps go through. I did the 2 long straps that wrap around, and then tie. And then I decided, you know what? I think the sleeves need ribbing because it just didn't look right. You know, just at least the thickness of this inner one around, whatever you call that. So needless to say, I did 1 sleeves ribbing, and I got that far on the second sleeve and ran out of the yarn. So alas, I will have to put this off to the side until I can get another skein. So close. I know, right, Amber? I still can't decide what I want to do. Do I want to... I was hoping, like, so I put a bunch of stuff in the Hirschner's cart because Hirschner's sells it. But I had put probably about $100 worth of yarn because they have some really cute Halloween colorways. And so I put some other stuff in there. But I was suggested to hold it in the cart, but don't buy it yet because sometimes you get better coupons. And so far I've got, I think I got a 15% coupon for signing up for their mailing list or whatever. But so far they haven't sent me anything higher than that. So I'm like, they keep sending me notices saying, hey, stuff's in your cart, but they're not making the deal any better. So I don't know what I want to do. It's that, or I can get, like, Michael's I think sells it, but it seems like it's more expensive at Michael's. Or I can get a 3-pack of it from Amazon, and it works out to being about $5-ish a skein. It's the Karen Simply Soft in the colorway Ocean. That's the one that I'm needing. So yeah, so that's Amazon's probably the fastest way I could get it, but I'm going to end up with 3 skeins, so I would have to either do a giveaway or find another project for that or something. But I would get more than I need, you know. So you're going to be lurking too, Sonia? No problem. No problem. So the kitty cats missed us. We got a picture that Merlin was hanging out by the front door waiting. It's like, when are they coming back? I swear. He's just like sleeping on his cart right now. He's happy as a clam. Sign up for their membership thing. It's like $26 a year, and you get a 10% off all the time, plus whatever sale. Oh, really? Make a beanie with the other 2. That's true. It is a really pretty color. It's kind of, they call it ocean. I would call it like peacock blue, you know? But yeah, it's a super pretty color. So I could see doing a beanie in that color. Be right up my alley. And it would save me money, because if I go through Hirschner's, it's going to be $100 because I'm going to want the other ones. And, you know, yarn on Amazon is not, if you guys have ever looked it up, you don't really get very good deals. They have the yarn a lot of times that you need, but they just don't have very good deals on the yarn. You have to buy them in bulk a lot of times. Yeah, I think that's what she's saying. Like, you can, if you sign up for their membership, you pay that annual fee, $26 or whatever, and then they give you 10% off all time, plus whatever discount else that you've gotten. So in theory, it should stack. That's what you've heard from Russ. So we'll take it up with Russ if it doesn't work. Russ, how could you? I only got 10% or 15%. I didn't get 25. Oh man. So I've been slowly getting this done. This is the cocoon again, and I'm making headway. Like, this is how wide it is. But I think they said it needed to be something like 45 inches, or does that sound too big? I don't know. I have to look again, because it's like 20 some odd inches. It's over 2 feet at this point. So yeah, we'll see how drapey I want it, because I think I want it to cover my booty. I think that's how long it's kind of supposed to cocoon around, you know. So I think I'll try that. And it's nice because it's finally, like, it's sunk into my head what the pattern is, so I don't have to look at the pattern anymore, as long as I don't put too long in between working on it. Thank you, Lana. I know, I really like the colors too. And I did remember how I was saying, I'm at one point or another, I don't even know if, I don't think you can really tell. It might have been around this area, but I screwed up and I grabbed the wrong hook. I started using a millimeter smaller than I'm supposed to be using. I'm supposed to be using a 6. So I picked up a 5 or something from another project and started working on it, and didn't realize until I'd done a few rows, and I couldn't be bothered. I know, Amber, we were talking about this earlier about having a frog, you know, and how it drives you nuts. I couldn't be bothered to take all those. Amber, I was like, I'm just going to go back. It's for me anyway. I'm going to go back to the 6 and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh my gosh. You haven't ordered enough to tell you, but he's pretty adamant on it. He orders a ton from them, so I can't imagine him not being knowledgeable, you know what I mean? Like, he orders from them all the time. So you get whatever sales they do on top. Usually you won't see it until you go to check out. Yeah. before you finalize the order, if that makes sense. Yep. Mandy's in the house. Hi, Mandy. How's your day going? How's it going? I'm about 3/4, I would say. I'm about 3/4 of the way finished with the map of Weyburn that I'm working on for my book. So that's coming along nicely. And I did just start, actually I just started today. I've been thinking about doing one for a long time, and I'm thinking of just like, let's just do it and see what happens. But I'm gonna start doing some coloring books, you guys. So I started a coloring book. So yeah, I've got a couple designs done. They're not in the final stage, but they're like, I've done the sketches of them. So I'm excited. And the one that I'm working on is actually a Yummy Cats coloring book. So maybe Mandy and her daughters might enjoy coloring them, but I think it'll be fun. Just in and out of work meetings. Yeah, fun times. Yeah, work meetings, they take up most of the day sometimes, don't they? Although I haven't had a work meeting in quite some time, but who knows what the future will bring. Hello, Andy. How's it going? How's your day going? What are you working on? I haven't caught your lives lately, but that's also been because we were out of town, but we're back. So we've been working on the feng shui in our living room downstairs, my husband and I. So we reorganized. We have like a sectional couch, and we've completely reorganized it. It had a lot under the window, and then we took that away. We've put it up against a different wall so that if you're sitting on it, you're then looking out the window as opposed to sitting at the window looking into the room. It just really opened up the room and the space too. So I've been watching those, not HGTV, but you know what I mean. Like it's on YouTube. They have a bunch of different designers and stuff that give you tips on how to best fill a space so that it looks inviting and cozy, what colors to use, not like to use the warmer LED bulbs instead of using the cold tone, stuff like that. So I want my spaces to feel cozy and inviting, and just somewhere I'd want to sit and crochet or do whatever. Finishing up some South Parkians. Nice. Yay, Mandy. Oh, see, yeah, I'm hoping, I think they're going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm excited. I think I'll do different themes and stuff. And then I'll probably do coloring books for the Whimsy series as well. But I think it's just another fun way of getting kids excited about characters and, and art in general. You're starting to get back my less is better mindset, really trying hard to get rid of extra junk sitting around. Oh yeah, definitely. I agree wholeheartedly, Amber. It's like, does this bring me joy? Do the Marie Kondo. Just hold it up and see what vibe it gives you. If you're like, oh my God, if I have to look at this again on the floor, then chuck it in the bin. It was lovely, Andy. Yeah, we had a great time. It started off a little rocky, I will admit. Melissa G is in the house. Hello, Melissa. It started off a little rocky, but that was because, so we've stayed at different places when we've gone to Seaside. And, we've liked different things about each one, but none of them gave us the vibe that this is it. This is the one we're always staying at. We haven't found that yet. And so the one that's most of our favorite was the one we stayed at first, but my daughter didn't care for it because she doesn't like that having to walk 3 blocks to get to the beach. She wants to be on the beach. So this time around we were on the beach, but what was her beef about it was that her room did not overlook the beach. So it's this like little small space that has these little tiny, it's kind of like almost a studio, but it has a bedroom, I guess. So, but very, very small, rooms and stuff, but they kind of go back from the beach and to the street that's behind it, right? And so ours was not overlooking the beach. You couldn't see it. You didn't have to walk far. But she was super disappointed because in the pictures, of course, they show the 2 or 3 rooms or whatever they have that are on the beach. So that's what she thought she was going to get when they were looking. So it's just funny, you know, it's like your expectation level. If you have high expectations and then you get a little, you know, you get them taken down a peg, it totally changes your mood. So, but we got her out of it. It was fine. Hi, Rowan. Welcome back. Good to see you. Let's see. You can't do the Marie thing because I end up keeping everything. I've moved so many times that every time I would pick up something, you know, it would start off like, okay, this time it brings me joy or has sentimental value, whatever. And then, you know, 2, 3 times moving it, I'm like, I'm over it. I can relinquish my need for this now. I will donate it or whatever. Yeah, Lizzie, oh my gosh. If it doesn't have a home, it needs to go. Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah, she's always been like that. She always has really high expectations. And there's been times where at school dance, like there was a school dance and she was in a total, like, terrible mood. And I was like, what is going on? You're supposed to be having fun and dancing. Come on, I'm dancing too. Let's go. Like, it was not what she was expecting, and so she just sat there. And I keep trying to tell her, if you just have a happier attitude about it and look for the good things instead of focusing on the things you were not quite what you wanted, you know, then you can have a better outlook and it'll be fun. It'll get to that point. But she just like, oh, she's so particular. She's so funny. Yarn in my clothes. Exactly, Amber. I know. I'm like, nobody go near my yarn. Yeah. Hi, Vima. And hello, AB. Welcome in. I know. I wouldn't even mind if you know, somebody wanted to lessen the amount of clothes, but the yarn needs to stay. I can make clothes if I need to. Although, you know, it takes me forever, so that's probably not a good thing to add to the list. What number hook? Depends on the project, AB. This one is a 6mm, and that's what the pattern called for. So generally, I would say I do Ami's the most, amigurumi, and in that case, I will usually use like a 3.25 or something like that. But for wearables, which I've just started kind of more getting interested in doing, then it's always dependent on the pattern. 5mm, 6mm, and up. What are you working on, Vima? You wouldn't have many clothes. Oh no, it's split. Hang on. What's up, Merlin? He's sitting up. Maybe he's just adjusting. I don't know yet. Yeah, I like to go clothes shopping. I've been going more thrifting actually than anything else, but find quite a few things, which is nice. I did. Yeah. Where am I? There it is. Yes, that's my frizzy. I have Adeline doll here. Timothy's above her. Those ones I made. I've got the tiny chef that I designed, that one. And then that's Rizzo the rat from the Muppets crochet book. So those ones I did. So yeah. And then that's Mizu. She's from my second book in the Tales of Whimsy series. So I did that pattern as well. You're working on your cardigan? Nice. Yay. Oh my goodness. I keep looking at, I have my yarn in my closet, and every time I go in there, I see all of my bins. They're all, see-through, so I can just have a quick glance at what I have. But I have in bags some of that Bernat lattice, and it's so pretty. I really want to make something with it, and I don't know what I want to make yet. But it's super soft. I was thinking something that I could wear year-round, like maybe a tank top or some sort of small, like a t-shirt or something. because I don't want it to be so hot and then I don't want to wear it. So much time. Your kids' rooms feel so much better now that we've cleaned it up and went through everything. Oh my goodness. Tried on eBay. eBay for what? I used to go on eBay and I found a few things there, but I haven't tried finding yarn on there. You just got done shopping? Have been stuck home since Saturday and had to get out. Grabbing a coffee at Dunkin'. Nice. I wish we had Dunkin' Donuts here. You bought a cute jumpsuit? Sweet. Those are really coming back in popularity, I feel. I see so many different ones now. I have to go through my kids' rooms. I still have baby clothes in there. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't have baby clothes. My sister-in-law, her middle sister, who's so older than her, but she has a daughter. And so she gets all of the hand-me-downs from Lizzie and loves getting the hand-me-downs. And my sister-in-law has sons, 2 sons. And so she ends up getting all of my hand-me-downs from James. And they always love getting those. So I always go through them and try to keep up with that so that their kids have stuff to wear. Hi, Rosie. Yes, you did. Welcome in. I'm glad to see you've made it here. Yeah. So, I mean, I remember being a kid and getting my older cousin Katrina, her hand-me-downs. Oh, I'd get bags of clothes. I'd be so excited. I want to try everything on. It was fun. It has been some time, Goofy Gremlin. How have you been? You've been drawing up a storm lately? What are you working on? Hi, Nina. Welcome in. And Crafty Gypsy's in the house. Yes, thank you. Don't forget the thumbs, you guys. We are 5. You'll notice the new member goal. We're 5 members away from getting the next emoji. So I'm just keeping that up there so we remember. But yeah, we are 5 away. I did get a new member who hasn't come in that I've seen, and I will, if Mama G comes in, then yeah, she's the newest member. So welcome, Mama G, if you're watching the replay. Thank you so much. Hugs and love. Busy with camp. Oh, what kind of camp is it that you're doing? Just like outdoor camp kind of thing, or art camp maybe? That would have been my jam. I would have wanted to do art camp for sure. For sure. I way overspoiled these kids and now I'm wishing I hadn't. Oh my gosh, Amber. That's why I did that whole, that garage sale. I started going through all their stuff and we made enough for the seaside trip, to have spending money and stuff, which was nice. So just if it's not in their, in their interests anymore, sell it. Get some money back for it. Hi, Adira. Welcome in. Oh, outdoor camp. Nice. The only outdoor kind of camp I really remember is when I went to, they called it outdoor school. It was when I was in 5th grade. Here they call it CISPIS, which I don't know if that's the name of the place or if that's just what they call it, but it's different. But my son went this last year. He had it, but I still remember being out in the woods and stuff and finding those rocks that if you get them wet and kind of rub the rocks together, they have like a pigment inside of these rocks that people used to use to do paintings with. So it was really cool. Donating it, yeah, that works too. Hey, purging and getting things donated is also a really good avenue. I will be doing that with a lot of stuff too, I'm sure. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. So we do have a word of the day. Nobody's put it in yet. Hi, Kimberly. How are you? Are you working? What are you up to? But yes, there is a word of the day. So I'll be drawing some names for going in. These are for entries into the monthly giveaway. And the monthly giveaway will be picked at the end of the month. So if you want to put in some words, I will tell you that it is a noun. It is something that I did this week. Maybe that'll give you a good clue. My basement's now a giant disaster. Oh no! Our garage is a nightmare, Amber. My husband's like, it's like the bane of his existence. He's like, no. He doesn't want to go out there. Oh, it's terrible. I will say it is a place. How's that? Oh, there we go. There it is. 2 people have gotten it. You guys put in the word beach. Yes, I went to the beach. It was fun. But that is the word of the day. So if you put in the word beach, I will be drawing names shortly. And we'll see who gets entries into the monthly giveaway. I'm so far up to date on my list. So anybody that does gifted memberships or super chat, super stickers, all that jazz, all those get entries in. Being a member gets entries in, you know, so there's lots of ways to get your name in the hat. But yes, we'll do the drawing shortly. Yeah, I love the beach. I do. We used to, I mean, growing up in the Bay Area, we would go to Santa Cruz a lot because that was just, you know, over the hill. And then we would go to Monterey as well. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome in. And Niecy's in the house. Nice to see you. Niecy, how do you spell your name? I can never spell it right. Is it how Amber spelled it the right way? Niese? Niecy. I try to phonetically spell it and then I'm like, that doesn't look right. So I apologize if I've messed it up, and I'm sure I have. Yeah, that looks like that must be how you spell it. Okay, I'm going to try to like log that name and spelling into my brain. See if it'll stick. How do I get rid of giant bean bags that are filled with foam pieces for the inner padding? It's not going to be recyclable, so I would think you just have to put it in the garbage. Because, I mean, you could try to, I don't know if I don't know that they'll take that for donation. Maybe. They do take stuffed animals, so I don't know. Yeah, okay, Niese. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, they don't like, I know Goodwill, like they won't take anything that a kid has to sit in, if that makes sense. So like, for example, because it's a danger, it's a potential danger, and they don't want the liability for it. Like those bouncy things that you get put in when you're little, you know, or high chairs, car seats, none of that. They don't take any of that. So there are other places that will take those that you can look into. Hi, Rita. They are 5 to 6 feet wide. Oh my gosh. It's at about 3 to 4 feet tall when fluffed. Wow. They don't like them, or they just take up too much space? That's huge. Yeah, that's Niecy's right. I think that's probably your best bet. I find you in there hanging out, Goofy. You're like, I'm just hanging out on these giant bean bags. Oh my gosh. Okay, I made it to the end, you guys. Here we go. Now we got to do the pretty side. Can you guys hear the music at all? I did put music on this time. Too much space, and never really used them as I had hoped. They get used as landing pads. Yep, I can see my kids doing that. You could, yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Especially if they're in good condition, Amber. and they're not like soiled or anything like from pets or whatever, then yeah, I would say check out with the local schools and see if they're interested in them. That's a very good idea. I have a teacher friend that I would give, like, you know, all those things from IKEA that hold all the bins for toys and such. I would always ask her first and say, you know, hey, did you want this for your classroom? Because she could use them all the time. So she's taken quite a few of those through the years. You just got back from the dreaded store hop. Which store? And why is it a dreaded store? Shopping is fun, usually. It was funny in Seaside. I really wanted to get a sweatshirt or a t-shirt, something that said, you know, Seaside, Oregon or something on there. But every time I would go, the kids would end up finding stuff. So James ended up getting 2 sweatshirts because in his defense, the second one is his favorite shade of purple. And it was really nice zip up hoodie. And I can fit into it because it's an adult one, but it's a small. So I'm squeezing myself into it a little bit, but it's really cute. And then Lizzie got a sweatshirt too. So everybody except for Sean and they got all the sweatshirts and stuff. But I like seeing them get excited about the things that we're finding. You hate shopping, Goofy? Aw. Oh, grocery shopping. Yeah, and that's not as much fun, that's for sure. That is very true. Although if you shop at stores that have other things besides just groceries, then it's more fun. Hi, Jen. Welcome in. Like I'll shop at Fred Meyer. They have other stuff. They have a floral area, like a garden center kind of thing, or Target or Walmart on occasion. Not as frequently, but yeah, we'll get some grocery stuff from there. Costco. These are all places that have lots of fun things to look forward to. It does get kind of dangerous though, because you end up getting way more than you went in for. So I swear at Costco everything is $10. It just seems like you buy 10 things and you've spent $100 every time. So you get more than that, and the hundreds just add up very quickly. So yeah, yarn shopping on the other hand, I know I could just sit in the craft stores. I could just be in there for hours looking at all the cute little things and getting inspired to want to make other stuff. And yeah, it's a dangerous place for me. Hello, Magpie. Oh, it does look like a blanket. It does. At this point, it looks like a blanket. Because it's a giant rectangle, right? But it's actually going to be a cocoon again. So it's going to be a wearable. But it does look like very blankety right now. It's giving off its blanket vibes. You hate all shopping, even yarn shopping? Outflow of money. Yeah. Paying bills too. Oh my goodness. Magpie, I like your name. It reminds me of a book actually, because there was a really cute book that was called, 2 books. One is called Blackbringer, and it's kind of a middle grade fantasy book. And the main character is a fairy, and her name is Magpie Windwitch. And they will call, like the crows will call her Pie, which I thought was adorable. So Magpie always reminds me of that book. It's really cute. Okay. Now, where's the one I need? There we go. I know. I need to stop. Like I just need to not shop, because if I shop, I always find something that I don't need. So it's better to just stay home and use what you have if you can, right? Yep, Merlin just snuggled back down. So he didn't want to come into my lap or to say hi just yet, but maybe he will. He does that a lot, so we'll see. Poor Lizzie, oh my goodness. So I did sunscreen my kids, and they tan way better than I do. I just burn, I peel, and I'm white again, but they tan like their dad, so that's nice. But I clearly missed a spot on her because right here and here, she's totally red, poor thing, like right on those cheeks. Welcome to the Frizzy Friends, Jen. So nice to have you. Let's update our member goal, shall we? Let's update this in the corner here. Since we've got a new member. Oh, why did it throw it on that screen? Here we go. Okay, so now we've got 4 out of the 8 that we needed. We're almost there. That's exciting. All right, there we go. Your mom nicknamed you Magpie because I used to just chatter on as a young kid. Aw, that's so cute. I've been learning things about magpies from Mama G, actually. They were talking about how like they make things out of things they find, I guess. Almost like pieces of art, if you will. I need to look it up more. That's really, really interesting. I want to know more about what does a magpie's art look like. I want to see this. It's definitely something that should be in a children's book. I'm just saying. Oh my gosh. Can't resist having it all. Yes, the school supplies. I know. I'm always looking for myself. And I buy way too many journals and notebooks. And I don't journal, you guys. Like, I'll use them for something else. But then comes the point where I'm like, I know I wrote this down somewhere. I know it. It's in here somewhere. It's in one of my notebooks. And then I have a slew of notebooks, and now I'm trying to find it because they don't have any rhyme or reason to them. There's no purpose, one purpose for one notebook, which would make the most sense, right? It's not like that for me. I'm all over the place. So I need to start trying to dedicate, like, okay, this is going to be book ideas. This is going to be, craft ideas or craft projects or something. There needs to be like a rhyme and a reason to it, or it just doesn't work. Welcome, Kimberly. Yay. We've got another Frizzy friend. I'm so happy to have you, my dear. All right, we're going to update it again, you guys. We're getting towards another emoji. So I could do another poll too, but if we do reach the next one, we could do, I think the second after Merlin, the one that we just got, I think it was Chaos Bee was the next one that seemed like it was beating out the Dapper Bee, but that could be because people were voting for Merlin. So maybe I will do a poll on it just so we can double check and see if that's the one everybody wants. Or maybe we want our Dapper Bee. Or maybe you don't want either and you want me to draw up Arthur. I can do that too. One of your granddaughters' names is Magnolia. I should call her Magpie. Oh my gosh, that would be so cute. I love that. You call her Maggie. Oh, I like that. It's so cute. For some reason I can't use planners very well, but thinking maybe use a regular notebook and Post-its. See if I can make that work for me. Yeah, that's a good idea. My husband had created this notebook for me that was sort of like for the week, and then you use Post-its to write down the tasks or things you're trying to complete, and then you can move the Post-its, right, if things get rearranged in some way. So it worked for a while, but I was not consistent, and that's what I've always had that issue with any kind of like daily planner. I want to be organized. I want to be organized so much, but my ADHD is crazy and it just doesn't like me to do that. So I don't know. I'm always good for like a few days and then I go right back to not. And then I have a period of stressfulness because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. There's too many things to do. My husband has to sit there and help me focus. Gypsy says, funny story, my mom was going to name me Sugar Magnolia. Thank goodness she didn't. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Hi, Tammy. Yeah, it's hard to be consistent. Yep. So, so true. Oh, you're like that too, Jen? Having to search through many things to see where I wrote it down. Sometimes I still don't find it. I know there's stuff I haven't found, Jen, and I'm like, I know it's here. I know it's here. I would have written it down. I remember writing it down. Where is it? I get so frustrated with myself. Like, why? You know? And every time that happens, my husband's like, you always have to have a place for something. Like, you need to have a set place for all your stuff. Because it's not just notebooks and things I've written down. It's anything. Like, I put things in a place that I think will be a good place. I will remember that I put it there. And then the time comes when I need it. And I'm like, I don't know where I put it. It could be in a bunch of different places. Now I have to go to every single one and try to find it, you know? Yeah, Amber, right? Rebecca, hello. How are you? Are you working? Is it nap time at the school? You've been trying to join. Indeed. Add my card won't let me. No. How frustrating. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Sometimes that just happens. Sometimes it's an expiry date thing. I've had that happen where I didn't realize something had expired and I'm like, wait, I don't think they sent me another one. Something's not right. Or I've input that 3-digit number on the back. I've input it wrong because I had a dyslexic moment. So, no, come on. Here we go. You were the cook today. Nice. You wear many hats over there. That's great. Do they have a giant kitchen for you to do said cooking in? Hello, Timmy. Morning to you. Yeah, we are still in morning, aren't we? Hope your day is going well.
Could you ask Dad or like text him if he could get me a bowl of Doritos in here? I'm gonna be over there.
Yes. I'm on my live, sweetheart.
I know. Let me just pause my video. It doesn't really fit that.
You just woke up. Aw. You must be are you on the West Coast like I am? Thank you, dear.
Bye-bye.
Just a drive-by Lizzie shot here and a little, all right, you. Nut. Your home kitchen's bigger, so you cook and bring it to school then? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. It is... Oh, your central time, so 1:47. Yes, honey, I will.
Right now.
Oh my goodness. My daughter does not have the ability to hang on for a second. Okay, bear with. Okay, there we go. I've done my part. I had to message my husband. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. What am I doing? Yes, I am diving down to the post here to make the front stitching. There we go. You just got a flood warning in Colorado? Oh my goodness. Just in a small space. I cooked for 80 kids today. Oh, wow. What did you cook? Flash flood. Oh my goodness. I've been seeing apparently, what was it? Well, I saw South Korea had like a huge flood recently, it looked like. So I keep seeing pictures of that. But I was also seeing the one from, I think it was Texas that happened recently. It was just crazy how high the level got. You know, they showed like a 6-foot man, and then they showed like the line that goes up above to show how high up the waters came, and how like it seemed like it was very quick. Chicken nuggets, peas, and pineapples. There you go. That's good. I love it. Oh, kids foods, right? Chicken nuggets, peas, and pineapples. Perfect. I love peas. That's my favorite vegetable. Could eat them here or there. I could eat them anywhere. Alaska had a 7.2 earthquake and tsunami warnings yesterday. Oh, wow. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. I still remember the earthquake we had back in the Bay Area in 89, I believe it was. I still remember watching TV. I fell asleep on the couch, and I woke up as my mom was yelling for me to get out of the house, and the TV had fallen to the floor. It was still on. It had fallen to the floor, and I was like laying on the couch, and I was just watching it, but my brain didn't register that it was no longer up on the cabinet or on the bookcase that we had it on. It was on the floor. I was just watching it, I'm like, what's happening? It's because I was a child, so I didn't know. My brother thought he caused it because he was in the backyard running through sprinklers, and he got freaked out, thought he'd caused the earthquake. Canned peas. I get this steam in a bag peas, and then I just add a little slice of butter and then some salt and pepper on there. It's delicious. Preparing for the volcano off the coast of Oregon to erupt underwater. Yes, I saw something about that. They're hoping to catch it on a live stream. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was a real thing or not. I just saw that this morning, actually. So did they say what is it going to do if it's underwater? I mean, I just don't know much, I guess, about volcanic activity, but like, I assume you're going to get bubbling, but are you going to get, like, what else will it do? Especially if it's down deep. I don't know how deep it is, but. Oh, school cafeteria peas. Yeah, I could probably leave those. You remember the earthquake? My son was so little. I just came back from my mom's in Fremont. So scary. Yeah, all the books fell out of the bookcase. My parents had run. I don't know if they were in the front yard already, but I just remember Mom opening the door to the garage. The garage door was open. She came in and screamed for me to get out of the house because things were starting to fall, And I was half asleep, so I'm like, what? What's my name? What's happening? They're unsure. Possible earthquakes, tsunami warnings as a result. Definitely high tides. Yeah. And probably the water would be really warm, I guess. Feel like you're in a sauna. Everybody's like hanging out. Don't mind it. It's just the volcanic activity, but it's far enough away. We just get the warmth. Turns the Pacific Ocean into a hot spring. Nice. Yeah, I could go without the tsunami stuff, though. That's for sure. You remember that one too, Karen? It was a scary one, yeah. What was it? It was, what, 8? Was it 8.9 or something? It was a quite high number, I thought, as far as earthquakes go. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Timmy. Much appreciated. Yes, hit that thumbs button. It does help out a ton. And subscribe if you're not already, because I go live. Usually I go live twice a week, and on occasion I will do an extra one. If I'm working on stuff and hanging out, I'll do like a members live sometimes as well. So yeah. And then the rest of the time we're hanging out on Discord to our members. So if you are new to the members, our 2 new members, please go and check out the post tab, because I've put the link to the Discord so you guys can join us there and chit chat, and we share our makes and what we're working on and such. Volcanic hot spring sauna. Don't mind us. Yes. Excuse us. Oh my gosh. When I lived for 9 months in Tampa, Florida. But before that, when I had visited, we went out to a beach there, and it was so weird, the water. I was not used to the Atlantic Ocean water. It was warm. It was like tub water, and the sand is so fine and soft that it's like butter. It's just so soft, you know, versus Pacific Ocean, very sandy, but like gritty sandy, and the water's freezing cold half the time and totally different. It was downgraded to 6.9, was it? You live on the New Madrid fault line, occasionally feel small tremors. Yeah. Yes, definitely. Yeah, my husband's family's from New York, and they don't experience earthquakes, and so when they experienced their first earthquake, it was like, what was that? You're like, that's an earthquake. Now you know. Yeah, we get them pretty frequently, I would say, right? Compared to other places, because of being on like Bay Area's on the fault lines too, that go up through San Francisco. Yeah. Gosh, I'm like very hot right now. Where's my hair tie? I swear, I feel like if it's not alive unless I've at some point looked for a hair tie, you guys. I'm having. I swear, and I always I put one near me because I always do this. I'm always like, you guys, I need a hair tie. Where's a hair tie when you need one? Hi, Jennifer. Welcome to the Frizzy Friends. I do this when I'm hot because I'm trying to get my hair off my neck. I'm like, sorry, I turned 40 last year, so I get hot flashes, and so that's part of coming to my lives. Will Frizzy get hot today? Yes, she will. Chances are good. Here we go. I'm updating it. We're so close, you guys. 2 more members, and then we hit what we need to get the nice emoji. Exciting. Yay. Atlantic Ocean up north is freezing all summer long, and the sand is more gritty too. So it must just be then on the Florida side of things then, where it's more tropical, where you get that soft sand. Yeah, it was just so weird to me to feel that. You put all the YouTube rules in your notebook? I was on one of our lives and we had an earthquake. It wasn't too bad. Were you guys on Mama G's live? Were any of you guys on her live yesterday afternoon? Poor thing. She had a lightning bolt hit. I think she said it was a tree in her backyard. It was so loud. We all heard it in the chat, and it like you could see the look of shock on her face. It was just crazy. But luckily, it didn't hit her chicken coop. She was worried it was going to hit. It was going to hit the wire. Had hit the wire, because lightning apparently is attracted to metal, and so yeah. But it didn't. It's a balmy 95 degrees in Georgia. Wow. You're hating summer this year, Rebecca. Heat flashes and humidity are horrible. Yeah, I think our high today is 85, but we were getting up to about 97 the last few days in Washington. Struggle is real. It was in the tree, yeah, behind her house. But it did. It scared the chickens. Definitely scared Mama G and then her dog as well. But yeah, and then her internet started getting all wonky donkey, and so they ended up having to cut the live. But I rewound it to that part too, because I could see, you can see like a little thumbnail to see, like you can kind of see like a little thumbnail of what's going on, and I could see like the look on her face when it happened, and so I played it again because I was like, it was loud, wasn't it? I had to hear it again. It was crazy. 105 heat index. Wow, that's hot. I'm melting just thinking about it. 73 in Nebraska, right? So that's where AC is set to. So I'm sitting outside now in the sun. Wow. We keep ours at like 71, which most of the time feels comfortable. There's occasions where I'll get hot, but most of the time it's good. Rule says, and it says that a YouTube channel video solely based on state law. Legal framework. They can't have members only videos? Is that what you're saying? Storm pretty bad here too. My 2 cats were hiding in the kitchen cabinets from the thunder. Aww. Poor kitties. Yeah. Our cats, I was surprised, even with the fireworks and stuff for the 4th. They were a little more alert, but they didn't hide or anything. They're quite calm. 3 cows. The cows were? Oh my gosh, I don't think I want to know what that looks like, Melissa. Cows struck by lightning. Oh my gosh. I almost always have a sweatshirt on in my house unless I'm doing stuff like cleaning. Yeah, then you're getting overheated and stuff. Hi, Gracie. Lurking and eating my first meal of the day. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So you couldn't have anything else for the rest of that day. Well, I'm glad you're getting to eat now. Someone say roast beef. What? Maddie's in the house. Hello, my friend. How are you? I do notice that, Amber. Yes. You're at the airport, Maddie? Wow. Are you going home or are you going out on vacation somewhere? That sounds fun. We keep ours set at 68. We like it like a meat locker up in here. Oh, I love that. We were doing 68, but so my in-laws live with us and they tend to run cold. So they would keep their thermostat in their little, they call it their apartment, but it's like their own space that's attached in part of our house. But they would keep theirs at like 74, 75. Sometimes we go in there and we're like, oh my gosh, it's so crazy hot in here. I can't handle that. But oh, you're going to see family? Oh, I hope you have fun. But yeah, 68. We ended up getting one of those things from utilities or whatever that said we needed to lower our thermal usage and stuff. So we turned up to 71. We're like, okay, we'll do that. We can do that. Melissa's moving in, Kimberly. Oh my gosh, your husband wanted to be 80. You compromise at 76. Wow. 73 during the day, 71 at night. And you drop your AC to 70 when you sleep. Wow. Yeah. I know. And like low 70s is comfortable for me. I like that. But if I go any higher, I start to get overheated very quickly. Additional window unit. That used to be all we had, right? Where those like you could just hang out in one room of the house. We would have the window AC unit. And that was the best room in the house. Or we would get, in the house I grew up in, we would open the back window, sliding glass window, and then we would open the front door because there was a screen to let like a cross breeze go through the house back in California. And that helped a lot, but we had fans sucking the air too, trying to create some circulation. He owns his own AC company, so everywhere he goes is hot. The air is always broken. Oh my gosh. 7-piece frog. Hello from Missouri. Okay, cool. You're up in Missouri. Just got here. What's going on? We're just chit-chatting about weather and heat and thermostats at the moment, but I'm working on a cocoon again. That's the front side, so it's got a really pretty stitch. It's actually upside down. I think the stitch kind of is supposed to look like a V, but it's not the V stitch. And we found out what this stitch is at some point, and I can't for the life of me remember what we found out that it was, but anyway, it's the not V stitch. 72 there. Furthest from the central ear, so it's not as cool as the others. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is random. I was just thinking about the stuff that we saw during low tide, but my husband found this whole crab. It was an entire crab. It wasn't alive though, but we didn't see anything missing from it. But it was just like rolling forward, and then it would like as the tide would go back, it would just stand there, and it looked real for sure. We got a picture of it, so I was like, take a picture, take a picture. So we got a picture of it, and it was pretty cool though to see. Usually you see just pieces of because they molt a lot, so we would see pieces of them all over the place. But yeah, that was really cool to see. Let's see if everyone please stop. Yes, thank you, Tammy. Thank you, and hi Nova, welcome in. Good to see you. Can't afford to have it lower. $123 this coming electric bill for just for your camper. 123 bucks. Oh my goodness. Like I could see that for a house or something, but I can't imagine the camper is too big to have to keep cool or hot or whatever. Hi Kendra. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? Hang on. What am I doing? There we go. I had pulled it through one too many loops. Oh no, now it's all messed up. Hang on, I gotta frog just the stitch. There we go. Okay, let's try that again. What are you working on, Kendra? Here we go. And you too, Nova. Are you still working on your freeform? Is that what it's called, Nova? Freeform crochet project that you were doing? Which is super cool, by the way. It's kind of like mixed media art almost, you know, which is really fun to do, where you can just kind of take whatever you can find and utilize it in your art piece in some way or shape or form. But in this case, it's using all different kinds of yarn. You can get like fuzzy yarn or like, you know, with the speckles in there, just a bunch of different things, getting different textures. Oh, hi, Leslie. You're spending lunch with us. Nice. Nice. All is almost right with my world. Only thing missing is missing Kim live. Yeah. I know that's been so hard because I'll start off with Kim's live, and then when you go live, I have you up, and if I'm home when I'm not walking, I'm going between you two. But if like when I'm on my walk, I have to just have one going because I can't have both going, you know, because it's on my phone. So it's 89 where you're at, Kendra. Not too bad. Working on a shirt with menagerie yarn. Yes, isn't it? Which color are you using, Kendra? I have some of that. I haven't used any of it yet, but I have several of the colorways to use, so I'm excited. It's very soft. Every Friday segment, so I make a new one every week. Is it a new part of it, so you'll add it to the bigger project, so the bigger art piece, or is it like different pieces, different projects every week? Put together the pieces I am making every week into a bigger project. Nice. That sounds like fun. It will. Yep, exactly. Aw, and Mandy, you've missed both of them, huh? Yeah, it's been harder just to try to be there for both, but I do my best. You're always driving into the office now that you have to go back to the office all the time, huh? You're gonna catch up on the lives, hopefully. See, I have Big Market Saturday the 26th. Have you got all your inventory that you need to make up, Rebecca? Purple Honey Creeper. Purple Honey Creeper. That I don't know that I got that one. I don't think I did. I don't remember them having that cool name. You're working on a dream catcher, Andy? Nice. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to be live at the perfect time because sometimes it's good for one and it's never going to be good for everybody, you know. So that's why I switched to doing one morning. I have the morning one on Thursdays, and then I have a 1 o'clock afternoon one Pacific time on Tuesdays, just so that I can try to catch the different, you know, different people so everybody can hang out at some point. But it's tough. Working on a few still. You've got Fridays free though. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that'll become a new day. If we have enough people that can come on Fridays, then we can always try that day. Are you trying to act like Tuber Chat, Timmy? So I'm thinking we've got 34 watching now. You guys, if you haven't already, put in the word beach. That's the word of the day. I'm going to be drawing names and we'll get the entries in for the monthly appreciation giveaway. So I pick 5 names. 4 will go for 2 entries. And then the last one is for 10 entries into the monthly appreciation giveaway. Hi, Sophia. Welcome in. Cactus Craft Cafe. I love that. You're from Arizona? Nice. Yes, when we drove through Arizona, we saw all the cacti that were there. Can I ask what yarn brand and color you are using right now? Yes, you sure can. So yes, put in the word beach if you guys want to be entered in for the monthly appreciation giveaway, which is everything that's in this bag. It's got some yarn in there. We've got a kit in here, notebook, a little crocheted Roland, who's my roly-poly character from my storybooks, art print, fun stuff in there. So put in the word beach and I'll get your entries in just a second. So for the one I'm doing now, let me find the skein here. Here it is. Okay. I'm going to need a new skein soon. It's Big Twist Value, and it's actually, I don't see Christmas, but it's a Christmas colorway. It's Get Merry and Let's Mingle. So that is the one that I'm working with. But I see like flowers. So, hi Dee. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? So far we got 26 entries, 38 watching. So if anybody else wants to put in the word beach, I'm going to be drawing the name here in just a second. So you just write the word beach and that enters you in. And I have a Nightbot. I have Nightbot. He's collecting names right now. So far we've got 26 entries. And then we're listening to some music. I don't know if you can even hear it, but that's Appa. Appa is there from the Avatar: The Last Airbender. Bunny here. I missed it. Bunny? Going to share this live stream on TikTok and Clapper right now. Oh, very cool. Thank you very much. Red Heart came out with a new Bitty Stripes colorway that looks extremely similar to Big Twist skein that I'm using. Really nice. Oh yeah, it's no longer around now, huh? Yeah, I got that colorway, and then I got one other one that also said Christmas. It's pink. It's mostly the light pink with speckles throughout of like I think it has like a darker pink and maybe the green. So to me, that one looks like sakura blossoms because of the colors that are in there. Hi, Arrow. Yeah, I love those colors. I just don't think Christmas when I see them. That's all. So yes, we've got 26 entries. I'm going to start drawing the names. If you didn't put in the word beach, just do that really quickly, and then I will go ahead and start drawing the names. I got my phone. I'm ready. Hi, Karen. 27 entries. All right. All right, I'm going to start picking you guys. So here we go. First winner for 2 entries into the monthly appreciation giveaway. We have Karen W. Congratulations. All right, I'm going to write your name down. Karen W. All right, here we go. So you should see Nightbot. He's going to be dropping who gets the entries in. You did it 3 times. I caught you on there though because it says that your name was on there. So we're going to re-roll the winner and we'll see who gets another 2 entries. Lisa Highbarger. Is that how you say your last name, Lisa? Highbarger. Cool beans. We got 2 for you. Okay. Push that out of the way. And here we go. Mandy. Mandy's got another 2 entries. Okay. Congratulations. All right, we've got 1 more for 2 entries, and then we'll do the big 10 entries in, okay? So this is the last one for 2 entries. Arrow. Congratulations, Arrow. All right, and now we're going to do the one for 10 entries in to the monthly appreciation giveaway. And here we go. Mandy got that one as well. Congratulations. Mandy. Congratulations. All right. So I do this every time that I go live. So yeah, you just have to come hang out and then put in the word. You don't have to be here to get the entries in. If you've come in and put the word, then that will still keep you in. But yeah, I just use the Nightbot one because that seems to be the one. He does seem to really like you, Mandy. It is supposed to be very random, but you know, I've seen a lot of different giveaway ones that do tend to favor certain channels. It seems like, I don't know what the rhyme or reason is, but there are definitely people here on the YouTube streets that get a lot of giveaways, and I'm like, whoa. But yes, congrats everybody. So I'll do this again on next Tuesday when we go live again, and then on Thursday as well. So we'll just keep drawing names, and then on the last day of the month, I will then go ahead and select from the names that I have. I have been writing them down. So just so you guys can see, each entry has a number. And so I'm going the Mama G route, and I'm writing them all down. So what I'll do is then I will pick using a random number generator that'll go from 1 to however many we have, and then it'll draw a random number in there. And that's how we'll make that decision. He doesn't like you on Amber's channel because he won't drop your links, right, Rebecca? There's sometimes too where he doesn't want to drop mine either, and then Marianne talks about bringing out her 5-foot broadsword, and then he usually listens. He hops in gear, and then he'll start dropping links like crazy. You're secretly bribing him, Mandy. Is that all it takes? Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Even throws tantrums on my channel, doesn't share links. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes he wants to, sometimes he's like, nope, I've had enough. You've used me too much. How rude. All right, where's the end of where I was? Oh, there it is. But now I need to find my hook. There it is. Okay, I've got my hook. You tried bribing him with chocolate. He's a chocolate snob. Oh, that's good. That's funny. Oh my goodness. I think you're right. I think he is a chocolate snob. He mostly works, but yeah. But if you guys want to drop your links, now's a great time to do it. I'll probably hang out for another 10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to go back to working on my coloring book, which hopefully will be out in the next month or 2 if I can get it finished. So yeah. Then on day, he shared my link 4 times, right? Yeah, because he finally realized, and then he was like, boom, boom, boom. Don't forget, do this, do this. Oh my gosh. I know, right? I still don't really understand the basis of I mean, I understand what it is, like, that they're trying to make it more exciting for everybody to, get that crown, do lots of comments and stuff, but it's just kind of funny because there's been times where I've jumped into a live partway through the live and I'll jump to number one really fast, which doesn't make sense to me because other people have been commenting for the first 20 minutes and I just got here, so it doesn't make sense to me. Yes, you guys pick up these channels. We've got Dee's Creative Hands, who is amazing. She dyes beautiful yarns, and they do dibs sales on their channel usually once a month. Although, I don't know, Dee, are you going to be doing any more dib sales, or are you taking a break for a bit? But yes, definitely pick up Dee, pick up Amber over at JB's Crochet. She goes live every morning. And Rebecca's got her channel in there. Leslie's put her channel in. Drop emojis like it's hot. Oh my gosh. You shouldn't be able to steal the crown. No. He did. He did steal the crown. How funny is that? He won't show up in any kind of a members live. He just doesn't show up at all. But then he steals the crown from you guys. I just don't understand. Oh my gosh. I get the crown right after joining and I'm like, you're not sure how. I know. That's why it's so funny. It's random. Exactly. It's random. Yes, it is. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. So none in August, but back in September with more dibs sales. Okay. For more yarn. Yes. But definitely pick up Dee because she does go live every week. So we get to still hang out with her even if she's not doing a dibs sale. We're not only in it for the yarn, Dee. Books are fun to read. That was so random. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's funny. Remember when Nightbot won a prize on some? Did he really, Melissa? No way. What was the what were they must not have been using Nightbot. They probably had Nightbot for the chat, but they were probably using like StreamYard giveaway tool or some other giveaway tool that counted him as a person. Oh, that's too funny. That is so funny. You just never know. There you go. Which emojis can you use in a sentence? Carry on, carry on. Some of the emojis, I have no idea what they mean. I don't know if you guys have ever really scoured emojis, but sometimes I'm like, what is that? I don't get it. I don't know. It's got to mean something, but I know I haven't either. That or I just didn't key in on the fact that he can actually get a crown. You would think that they would just omit him. It would be like a known name to omit from those, but apparently not. Okay, let me scroll down. I think it jumped. There we go. Yeah, obviously they redrew a winner, yes. Oh my gosh. Nightbot is ornery. He doesn't deserve a crown. I know, seriously. He doesn't do his job half the time. He doesn't deserve that crown. Oh my gosh. Dee, what are you working on? Are you crocheting? Are you dyeing yarn? What are you doing? Do tell. You have everyone but Nova, and you just subscribed. Good. Yes, Nova's lovely. She was interviewed on Dee's. That's how I found Nova. And she's like right up my alley. So I was like, yes, subscribe. Throw yarn in Nova's window. I'm going to drop an emoji that means something else. Try to guess it. Okay. So is this like it means a word? There's a yo-yo, a bear, and books. Yo-yo, bear, and books. What do you think, guys? This is like we got to decode these emojis. Well, yo, is probably if they're separate. Are they separate or are they all supposed to be together? Nightbot yells at you. Oh, I know. I turned that off because you can let Nightbot know, like, because some people do that because they can't actually see the words very well unless they do all caps. So why is Nightbot yelling at everybody? You know? Toys. Toy book. Toys. Yarn barf for second. You're working on a mosaic blanket, a summer top, parasol, and squares soon for a friendship blanket. All at once. Toy books. Oh, board book? No. Board books? Toy books. Ami books? Yeah. Good job, Nova. You threw yarn in everybody's windows. Oh yeah, my cup carrier tutorial comes out tomorrow. Just finished that finally. Nice. I still need to finish my frog one, so I'm right there with you. It's on my list. It's on my to-do list. Oh, Toy Story. Oh my gosh. My brain did not go there, but now that you said it, now that I see it. That's funny. Arrow, yo, amigurumi book. That's it. I always liked those things. Like there's usually one at Christmas time and they would be a kind of comic looking, but it was trying to get you to guess the song names from the holiday classics, you know? Did you guys ever see those? We would do that on occasion where we would all be going against each other to see who could get the most in a certain amount of time. And those were always funny. There was like a chestnuts roasting on the open fire kind of one where you see like a fire and then chestnuts above it, you know, stuff like that. Or it would be like, I think there was one that said Noe, and the answer was no L or something. You know what I mean? You grab the Muppets one. Nice. Leslie, who's your first Muppet going to be that you're going to make? Do tell. I've still just made Kermit and Rizzo. Kermit is now with my husband because it was intended for him. It's his favorite character, and my favorite's Rizzo, so I get to keep Rizzo. Yeah, Rebecca's done quite a few. The animal one was quite difficult from the sounds of it. He's got a lot of hair. Has to be Rizzo. Oh, yes, he's cute. I just love Rizzo. I still want to make his bag of jelly beans at some point. Oh, was there another one? I suck at these. Oh, I fail. I don't know. You want to make animal? Before you put his face on, because Drew, when I had him on, or it wasn't when he was on that he showed me, but when we were just talking ahead of time, he showed me what it looked like without the face on. It looks like the alien, you know, the alien predator kind of. Yeah. because with no eyes and everything else, the shape of the head piece is very alien inspired for sure. Alice in Wonderland. Oh, that does look very Alice in Wonderlandy. Yes. That's your favorite? Sort of creepy. Sort of creepy. Oh, the animal one. But once it's done, like I feel the same way about even Rizzo. Rizzo without his like nose and everything on is also terrifying. So it looks crazy until it looks great, you know? It's just one of those things. But I feel like that's true for a lot of art that we do, at least for me. I never like things until they're done, and then I'm like, okay, now it looks good, you know? Is it Alice in Wonderland that's your favorite, you guys? Oh, that's definitely Wizard of Oz. That one I know. I got one. I got one. I was still trying to think about like parts of the words. That's why it was getting me confused. Oh, Alice and Wizard are your favorites. Gotcha. Arrow's like, Johnny Depp's my favorite, so okay. Did you ever see him in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Arrow? That was probably, I think that was one of the first things I saw him in. And he was very young in that one. And DiCaprio was in that one as well. But yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. That, and I saw him in one, I don't know which one came first. There was one where I think it was like he had a teardrop tattooed here. Was it Cry Baby? I think it was an older movie too. That was a good one. Frog Prince, yes. Steven Tyler and Kiana Williams. 21 Jump Street, yep. I don't know if I ever actually saw that movie. I heard about it, but I don't think I ever saw that one. Was that his first movie, Rebecca? He's such a good character player. Like, he plays so many different characters so well. Secret Window. Secret Window. I don't think I've heard of that one. I'll have to look that one up. John Wick. Yeah, but that's Keanu. Are you talking about Keanu Reeves? Keanu Reeves is also very handsome. Lake House. Anyone? Oh, it was a TV series when he was in it? Gotcha. Well, I will probably head out, you guys, just so I can keep being productive, keep working on stuff. But thanks for coming in and hanging out for a good hour and a half or so. But I will be back on Tuesday. So next week on Tuesday, and the time is going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time because I'm here in Washington. I'm trying to hit to the end here. Secret Window is a Stephen King that had Johnny Depp in it. There we go. Yes. Yeah, but I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you to all the new members. Don't forget to look for the Discord link in the posts tab because those are available and you can come and chit chat with us. We'll all say hello and then you can let us know what you're working on. I'm so glad you made it home too. Yes, hugs and smooches. Crybaby Walker. Nova knows. Yes, that's right. That's right. Oh, that looks like Peter Pan. Maybe Captain Hook. Maybe. All right, you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. And a good weekend, too. I will see you on the YouTube streets. Goodbye.